And this is real data that I'm about to share, and I can't necessarily share where I got it, but the data showed through political polling, through a consulting agency that I've worked with before, that all new media about where people get their information on where to vote, even on a local level, is all done through podcasts, online. No longer, it showed the data, the actual data, 5% here, 12% here, that the shift is going from older people are still picking up the newspaper. They're still picking up, turning on the TV. But as you go younger and younger, past the age of let's say 35 and below, from the top down, dude, everybody's getting their information from podcasts and new media. And I think that even traditional media sources, you're going to see Fox trying to roll out, podcasts with interesting people. Look at what's happened with Tucker. Look at what happened with his metrics when he went from Fox, #1 show, to shifting over to new media, aligning with Twitter's got some really interesting stuff coming, or X, so to speak.
I got to say, I don't love the viewing experience on X though.
I don't either.
If I close the app and I get back home, it's like, oh, I got to start the video over from the beginning. I got to figure out where I was at. I think it'll get better, but right now it's not doing it for me.
Yeah, it's not doing it for me either. But I'm just saying that shift is coming for even bigger media sources. The problem is that their creative directors are not from this world. So as a creative director and producer myself, I could advise them on the steps that they need to make for their media choices, because they're going to come out and try to roll out a disingenuous product, and they're not going to get any views. You can't do a Jimmy Kimmel anymore. You can't do a Jimmy Fallon anymore. And the fact that they're even still funding these shows is ridiculous. They're putting out all this budget. That's unbelievable to have the big show. Change the guide, change the message, make it more genuine, and you're good. I think that's truly it.
I don't even think they're recording new episodes of Kimmel and Colbert and all that because of the writer's strike.
Everyone's on strike. Interesting point. I haven't been keeping up with that, but yeah, I do know about that. And that's true. If you don't have the writers, if it's not free flow and it's not genuine and it's not off the top of the dome with the little notes, which most shows are, when the writers stop writing, you don't have a show anymore.
But why do you even need all these writers in a room? I know the writers are concerned about ChatGPT and these AI text writing models. Sorry, they're awesome. They're really good.
Yeah.
You don't need a room full of 20 comedians anymore.
And comedy's a little different. Comedy, you still need those guys like Bob Odenkirk back in the day that was writing for SNL. We all know him as Better Call Saul, or some of the stuff he was doing during Tim and Eric era. Helping write their show, really cool stuff on Cartoon Network. And the guy's freaking hysterical. Bob is one of my idols when it comes to just being a very creative producer, director, and just such a funny freaking comedian. He's unbelievable. I was actually at the Tim and Eric show live in Atlanta in 2013 when they did the live with John C. Reilly, Paul Rudd, Bob Odenkirk. And it was such a funny show. But you still do need those individuals for comedy. The things that in AI are going to take a little bit more time, the more human aspects of life, the AI is going to take a little bit more time to figure that out. So I think comedy is it. But for political content or news scripted content, you could probably fire all the writers tomorrow and you'll have all the best information about news. It's pretty crazy. It's pretty crazy.
I wouldn't necessarily be surprised if that happened. And there is something that happens with comedy where you get a bunch of people in a room and they're vibing off of each other. But, I don't know if all these major shows are offline now because of the writer's strike. And, the other problem is it's kind of like shooting yourself in the foot. Because if you're not producing content, people are going to get hungry for content and they're going to go elsewhere. They're going to find these streaming platforms, which, by the way, streaming has now overtaken radio in the amount of people that are listening. It's finally crossed that threshold, and it's only going to go farther from here. It's just a better listening experience.
Yeah,
it just is. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell people. It's just a better listening experience.
It's probably not too long until we have AIs having their own show.
Oh, for sure. I'm talking to an AI developer just this week on Monday who, this is what he does. He creates AI influencers who are, they're gorgeous, beautiful, 10 out of 10.
Yeah, it's a big industry right now, huh?
Oh, it's I know the internet, nobody watches porn on the internet, but AI porn is not only coming, it's here. And so this is where it gets crazy.
Yeah.
Not only does he create these AI influencers who, again, perfect 10 out of 10, Instagram models, uncontestably beautiful.
You can't tell.
Oh no, you can't. I mean, some of the
bit,
photos,
yeah.
if you look really closely, but I think at the end of the day, it's not really
20,
going to
20
matter.
finger girl, like
No,
a
you don't
really
see
cute
that.
girl, but she's got 20 fingers and
But
like,
quite frankly, I don't think it's going to really matter to people. If they're like, okay, this gets me going,
Yeah.
it doesn't matter if it's real or
I
fake.
prefer 20 fingers.
Listen to this guy. Listen to this guy.
That's funny.
But it's like the biggest thirst trap in the history of humanity.
Yeah.
Because not only do you get to have this visual engagement with this 10 out of 10 AI model who's the perfect hair color, the perfect size,
Yeah.
the perfect waist, the perfect breast, right?
Yeah.
Everything is perfect based on exactly what you want as a human being. But you can go a step further and you can actually pay $1 per text and you can actually text back and forth with this AI influencer.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy. And so what's going to happen? I got a 4-year-old son. You're going to see the bold prediction here. Within 5 years, half of high schoolers are going to be dating these AI bots. Half of them. It's going to get wild. And,
Yeah.
you know, I don't know if babies are going to be born in test tubes and stuff like that, but certainly young men are
Yeah.
going to really struggle to make a connection with a real life human being, with a real life woman or man, whatever you're into. Because the other good thing about this AI bot is it never challenges you. It tells you exactly what you want to hear. Oh, honey, you had a tough day at work. I got your back. I'll whisper sweet nothings into your ear. Bull crap. That's not what you need as a human
Yeah, no,
being.
it's not. Yeah.
And we saw that at the Vault conference. You need to be challenged. A few months ago, I was in
Yeah, super hard. You need to be challenged. Yep.
I was in the mastermind group with Patrick Bet David, and he gave me some tough love. He's like, Mark, you got to create the vision. You got to go for it. You got to wake up early. Stop playing around. You know what happened the next month? I signed 5 new clients and hired 2 new team members.
Yeah.
If I was listening to an AI said, you know what, you're trying your best, you're doing okay, I'd still be doing the same damn thing.